Hello Internet, I'm your only mate, and it's time for a new episode of Death Battle. This time we have Guts from Berserk versus Dimitri from Fire Emblem. Won't lie, I almost said Nightmare there for some reason. Now, as I should say with all my reaction videos, please click the link in the description below to go watch the actual episode itself before watching mine or anyone's reactions. Don't be a dick, support the official release. Okay, I had to do a dumb lighting change here because I just had to plug my camera in, which meant I couldn't keep my light plugged in because I keep forgetting to charge it during the hiatuses. In my defense, I'm still recovering from surgery. Yeah, no, that's just my excuse. Anyway, how do I know these characters? Well, for starters, Dimitri I only know of just because of people talking about him in the 2 weeks leading up to this, and finding out some stuff about him here and there. Yeah, that's about it. Guts, however, well, I mean, he's been in Death Battle before against Nightmare from Soul Calibur, so familiar with him. And just for the record, if anyone is of the faint of heart, well, okay, you probably should have heard all this from the Death Battle itself. I don't know why you'd be watching this first, unless you're just an asshole like that. Yeah, Guts' story is not for the faint of heart. Oh boy. Now, who do I think is going to win? From everything I've been led to understand, it's going to be Dimitri. If I had to say who I'd prefer to win, I would say Guts, just because I'm more familiar with him. Just, because he's been in Death Battle before. But from everything I hear, Dimitri has so much going for him. He has a bigger and more varied arsenal. Weapons that counter demonic stuff. Weapons that do more damage against armor. So the Berserker armor, it'll help Guts, but it's also gonna aid Dimitri a bit. And from what I've gathered, I think Dimitri should be all around more powerful. At least that's what I've been hearing is the general consensus from the circles I'm familiar with. But hey, those circles also said that Vader should win, and look what happened. So anyway, I am gonna put these on. You shut the fuck up and hit play. Wow, 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 wow.
Guts, the brutal black swordsman of Berserk. And Dimitri, the savage savior king from Fire Emblem. Vengeance is
Fire Emblem finally gets into Death Battle. Jesus.
Traumatized, unstoppable one-man army. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick. And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills
to find out who would win a Death Battle. I don't know why I do that and the wow 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 thing for some reason. Guess it's just
Demons run
sure.
rampant, villages get pillages, and a helpless elf fairy has become target practice for some thugs. Batter up! Until walking into the torment comes a stranger clad in black, cleaving through anyone in his way with one humongous...
I do love the Dragon Slayer.
It's too big to be called a sword, too massive and thick, more like a slab of raw iron that no
he didn't say the full line.
Except for the man with a simple but fitting name, Guts. But what is it that makes Guts so terrifying? Well, we're about to get into really dark shit. Fair warning. Born from his mother's recently hanged corpse, Guts was taken in by a mercenary band led by Gambino.
Who's a prick, and that's putting it lightly.
Gambino put Guts through the ringer, training him with swords way too big for him before putting him into live combat at only 9 years old. Training with such large swords made Guts inhumanly strong, but he needed a different kind of strength to endure the horrendous abuse he suffered from Gambino. So he murdered the bastard in self-defense. He deserved it, trust me. With no home or family to speak of, Guts aimlessly wandered for years as a lone mercenary. Until he caught the eye of the ambitious Griffith. Impressed by Guts' bold battle prowess and blunt honesty, Griffith wanted him. So Guts joined his mercenary group, the Band of the Hawk. Where Guts' gutsy fighting style made him the perfect captain. The dude was hardcore enough to fight 100 enemy soldiers on his own. He even helped end a 100-year-long war, all while earning respect and glory with Griffith and his group. For the first time,
I mean,
Guts found true
naturally, as he should.
To rely on. But when Griffith realized he couldn't keep Guts at his side, really bad things happened.
Upon the eclipse, Griffith summoned a bunch of demons, became a super demon
Is
himself,
that the
and
reasoning?
sacrificed Guts' new friends to the abyss. If that wasn't bad enough, he marked Guts with a demonic brand, then raped his girlfriend Casca, forcing Guts to watch as his eye was split open and he was forced to tear off his own arm.
Yeah, really bad
That's
things.
Guts barely escaped
fucked.
his life. He vowed to brutally murder Griffith and every demon, down to the last one. No small task, even for him.
And every big task needs even bigger weapons. Guts' bread and butter is the enormous Dragon Slayer.
6.5 feet long and weighing over 300 pounds, Dragon Slayer is absurd. In Guts' hands,
Yeah,
he
it's
can cleave through plate
nuts.
armor and even demons with skin of corundum, a real-life metal that is harder than steel.
And since Guts has made killing demons his favorite pastime, Dragon Slayer
Why am I ever
exposes
surprised that they
so
have
much
something?
demonic blood that it exists on the astral plane, meaning it can harm any supernatural monster. God, this thing's heavy.
Guts also carries
I
a
mean,
collection of
yeah.
explosives and
You
throwing
just said it was
knives,
300
but
pounds,
unfaithful to his
Boomstick.
mechanical arm, complete with a wondrous invention of a repeater crossbow and a secret cannon.
God, that's neat and all, but they aren't as awesome as Dragon Slayer here. God, what does it do this? Okay, the repeater crossbow is pretty cool.
Okay, so for Wiz versus
4 to 5
Boomstick,
volts per second,
Boomstick
it's
can't
a
lift
good
300
option
pounds.
for mowing down groups of bad guys. And hey, if you gotta lose your hand, replacing it with a goddamn super gun is the way to go. Even demons are afraid of this thing. See ya, Snakeface.
With his collection of weapons and indomitable will, Guts slaughtered everyone and
Oh yeah, no, this guy's willpower is like next
An army
level.
of trolls, a supersonic elf fairy, or some Bible thumper whose blows were like cannons.
But while Guts took the physical challenges in stride, his mental strife was a different story.
He had demons to deal with, literally and figuratively, always tormented by his inner beast of darkness.
Guts
we getting
tried
to the-
shoulder the
oh,
strain
okay.
alone, even for a time leaving behind Casca, who survived but was mentally broken. Nothing would replace the comrades Guts lost during the eclipse. However, through his resilience, he eventually saw the dangerous path he was on, and so reunited with Casca and eventually came to depend on new companions.
Including pretty boy Serpico. He doesn't look like much, but the guy is fast enough to dodge lightning at speeds over 100 times faster than sound. And Guts has
Okay.
kept up with him more than once.
And thanks
Alright,
to
so
his
lightning
Guts
speed,
got
keep that
his
in mind.
deadliest and riskiest.
Oh, here it
as
comes.
The berserker armor.
Oh boy, by shutting down all mental limitations, this armor gives Guts a huge amp in strength. Pain means nothing to him now.
Yeah, you just can't feel it.
He's on the fly. Wait, did I say heal? What I meant was it pierces his torn flesh and broken bones together.
Oh,
so
that's-
he can fight until the actual last drop of blood has left his body. Man, that's hardcore.
And
Yeah,
it's
honestly,
really
yeah.
risky. Donning the armor has been nearly disastrous for him more than once.
Yeah, when he's in a stitched-up rage, the beast of darkness is gnawing on his mind, tempting him to go berserk. Bam! Title drop.
Guts' tenacity is a sight to behold. He's held back a demonic dragon, withstood being impaled, and even teamed up with a fabled demon swordsman to take down an apostle that can channel lightning.
And sliced up a cloud dude in the rawest manga panel ever. Look at it.
That is
If
awesome.
That's not badass enough for you. He once killed a giant sea god
By-
from the inside.
Yep, that was
With
it.
its whale, this behemoth created a storm that covered an entire island. The kinetic energy of such a storm is immense. Gauging the size of the island, the energy required to induce such a storm
Okay,
would
so
need to
lightning
exceed
speed
600 kilotons of TNT.
600
Yeah,
kilotons.
that's right.
Okay.
Guts gutted a sea monster whose shout was a natural disaster.
He needed to do that and much more to reach Elfhelm, where Casca's lost sanity was finally returned. Things
Aw.
were looking up for the legendary Black Swordsman.
But that
Wait.
bastard Griffith just wouldn't leave him alone.
No matter how tragic his tale becomes, Guts will persevere for his allies, both past and present.
He has new friends, a renewed heart, a badass sword, and the last thing any man, demon, or god wants to do is mess with him. Fuck yeah!
Alright, so that's Guts. Time for them to talk about Fire Emblem for the first time.
A knightly nation where the youth learn to swing a sword before they can write their own name. Prince Dimitri Alexandra Blathid was no exception.
The kid was a prodigy, able to spar with far more experienced warriors, in part because he was a crest bearer.
or someone gifted mystical power through the blood of the goddess Sothis. Those born with a crest gain anything from enhanced magic to superhuman strength.
At 9 years old, Dimitri
Okay.
could lift giant boulders, run
All right,
across
yeah,
mountains for hours,
yeah,
and
I remember
constantly
that.
broke swords by accident. Most elites
I just remember the crest stuff from a Let's Play of Fire Emblem
Dimitri.
Awakening.
Right, Dimitri was strong, but generally kind. Like when he gave his childhood friend Edelgard a dagger. An earnest, if odd gift.
I got shotgun shells for my first crush. But
I feel like there's context missing from that, but...
when a mysterious group murdered his dad and a bunch of knights, burning them all in front of him, and leaving
Jesus
the poor people with
Christ.
some serious survivor's guilt.
Guilt that only worsened when the country of Dusker was unjustly blamed for the tragedy. Dimitri lamented that he could not stop Fargus's corrupt nobles.
Don't worry though, when those same nobles rebelled a couple years later, he fought them like a beast, slaying them all with sadistic glee.
Oh
Savage
god, that
side would
face.
emerge when Dimitri was reminded of the tragedy he witnessed. Otherwise, his chivalrous charm remained forefront.
With guidance from his dead dad's buddy Rodrigue, Dimitri got into the Garrick Mock Officers Academy, where he led the Blue Lion's house and learned the mystic arts.
Well, he's not the most proficient in it, but Dimitri did learn healing and elemental magic.
I mean,
able to call
yeah, he
down
still has
and
magic.
channel it through his weapons.
Letting him electrocute tons of enemies at once. He learned this and more from everyone's favorite Smash Bros. Character, Professor Violet.
Assuming you picked Dimitri's Blue Lions when you played Fire Emblem Three Houses. We're
Uh,
meta here, but his
you had to
story
be
turns
there.
out very differently depending on the path chosen. Aside from the Blue Lions, there's Edelgard's Black Eagles.
And the Golden Deer, led by the crafty Claude Von Regan, aka the Best House.
Well, that band of goofy
we're
misfits,
doing
the
this.
Black Eagles are a far more cohesive unit.
Nah, fear the deer, Wiz.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Ashen Wolves for life, losers!
Of course Jocelyn picks the Goths.
Anyway, in Dimitri's route, he mastered all manner of
I
weapons.
like that.
Lances, swords, axes, gauntlets, and more.
Some of these weapons use magic, some use poison, and others are used to slay giant monsters. But
Whole lot of
Dimitri
weapons.
an ace at warfare, especially when Violet taught him some special skills.
The seal movement technique stops foes in their tracks. Frozen Lance skewers enemies with ice.
Oh,
and
Jesus.
Swordbreaker boosts evasion against blade users. To top it off, Dimitri
Okay.
can enter an awakened state for even more power.
Dimitri led his classmates through thick and thin, but everything changed when he suspected the one behind the tragedy of Dusker was his old dagger friend, Edelgard. Dun dun dun!
To end
Oof.
Fodlan's oppressive crest system, Edelgard and her empire declared war on Fargus and the Church of Seros.
Dimitri could be cruel before, but after this betrayal, he snapped, vowing to kill every last one of them. For 5 years, he slaughtered the enemy, all to appease the voices that called for Edelgard's head.
He's not exaggerating. Dimitri truly believes his dead loved ones cry to him, unable to know
Oh,
peace
God.
until he claims vengeance.
As if Prince-turned-murderer hobo wasn't scary enough, he wields the ultimate lance, the hero's relic, Eredfar.
Forged from the
Alright, what are they
bones
gonna say
of
about this?
dragon-like Nabateans, Eredfar is much stronger than ordinary metal. It can pierce any armor with its signature move Atrocity, and only crest bearers can wield it without mutating into a monstrous black beast.
With his lance,
Oh.
Dimitri kept killing, but no.
Okay, so Guts is gonna
His
not
mind.
grab
He
that.
reached peak war crimes, torturing an enemy commander in blind rage.
But when his actions led to Rodrigue making the ultimate sacrifice, Dimitri was broken, terrified of yet another voice haunting him.
Except this time, he had
Jesus
his professor
Christ.
to help him out. We really gotta pay teachers more, y'all.
Dimitri still felt
Gotta pay a
hatred
lot of
for
people more.
Edelgard, but looked past it to the friends and kingdom he neglected and made a choice.
Instead of killing every last one of them, he would save every last one by retaking Fargus's capital.
A task this wretch-turned-savior king had the strength to do.
Dimitri has dodged meteors going Mach 60, decimated a
Ooh, okay,
squad of
that's not
soldiers
as
with one
fast.
spear throw, and defeated a wizard from the magic Illuminati.
This is Talus, whose power shook a futuristic underground city.
And Dimitri just walked through his magic like it was nothing.
Dimitri's also more than a match for Edelgard, who, in her route, bested the Archbishop of the Church of Seros, Rhea.
This is important because after dragging it up, Rhea survived 2 exploding javelins of light, aka magic nukes. Jeez, and
Okay.
Dimitri can fight on her level?
Indeed, but in the end, despite half a decade of slaughter, Dimitri was hesitant to kill Edelgard. in part from learning she wasn't responsible for the tragedy. Still, both monarchs had ideas for Fodlan that were simply incompatible.
And then Edelgard pulled a fast one with that old dagger present. Dimitri definitely felt that irony.
The war was over, and with his allies at his side, Dimitri claimed his place as a just king.
Unless, you know, you picked a different house. The story doesn't end very happy in those.
But though the voices of the dead will haunt Dimitri until his final breath, so long as he has his friends, conviction, and compassion for the living, he will find peace.
Pause. Okay, I have to admit the last bit of that did conflict me, because what they brought up about Guts being on par with someone who can dodge lightning is faster than what they brought up for Dimitri. Thing is, though, I know Fire Emblem characters should be capable of dodging lightning, because, I mean, there's lightning spells, and they can dodge those. And, okay, they mentioned, oh, there's this person who shook a city, whereas Guts' feat was defeating something that was able to... I think it was create a storm that covered an island. Yeah, no, that was it. An island is definitely more impressive, but they didn't give a calc for those light nukes, as they put them. I'm gonna stick with... Again, I just feel like they're holding stuff back, so I want to say Dimitri. I feel like I've said this, like... This is like the third time in a row I've, Actually, no. Is it? Like... I feel like I've used this logic a whole bunch. If it doesn't pay off this time, I'm gonna stop doing it, but I just feel like stuff is getting held back. Because they didn't bring up a lot of calcs for Dimitri, but they did for Guts. Dimitri still has, like, the bigger arsenal and a more variety of what you can do. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with Dimitri. But, honestly, whoever wins, I'm cool with it. And play.
Alright, the
Combatants are set and day through all possibilities. It's time for a death battle! I'm excited for this fight.
100 men strong. What drives your slaughter? Save the high and mighty crap till you're dead.
Fight! It really is so easy to throw that in there for some of these. That was a cool shot. And there's the magic. Dodge that. Ow. Ow. I do love the ringing effect, and preview ends there.
I will tear your head from your shoulders. The dead must have their revenge.
Jesus Christ. I love that headbutt. Oh. Okay, that was cool. That's not it.
Avenge us.
Jesus Christ.
Promise.
Oh my. I love the like, cut back and forth between the two. Jesus Christ. This is awesome. Oh my god. Kudos to the animators, dude. Oh boy.
Still standing?
What?
So we're both shackled to the dead. You foul beasts will not have his soul!
What just happened?
I don't know what's scarier, Dimitri the demon or Guts still standing there. He was a badass till the end.
Being fast enough to dodge lightning, Guts actually had a slight speed advantage over Dimitri, though skills like seal movement and sword breaker helped Dimitri close the gap.
And
Why did I not
Dimitri
think of
had
that?
some minor healing magic to fall back on. It wasn't gonna compete with the raw endurance from the berserker armor.
Still, Dimitri's absurd strength and wider pool of weapons and abilities gave him plenty of ways to wear Guts down. Against Dimitri's electricity magic, Guts' sword and armor were vulnerable conductors, making every clash an opportunity to electrocute him.
Sure, Guts has defeated lightning callers before, but he needed help. Not to mention moves like Atrocity can pierce through armored foes, bypassing half the point of wearing the berserker armor.
Guts could power through some of Eredfar's damage, but he wasn't invincible and could not heal from fatal wounds.
Then there's both fighters' raw power. Slaying demons is really impressive, obviously, but not always
yeah.
on par with magic nukes.
Remember, in Edelgart's route, she defeated Rhea, who survived 2 Javelins of Light. In Dimitri's route,
Oh god, I feel like
defeated
sneeze coming.
Edelgard while she was a powered-up crest monster. That happened.
So, if Rhea can
Okay, I
take
think I
out
got
the
it.
Javelins of Light, Dimitri should be at a similar level. So, let's find out how strong a javelin is.
In Fodlan's lore, several javelins decimated a forest, forming the Valley of Torment. However, the exact number of javelins used to create the valley was never given, making the power of an individual javelin unclear.
But we
Right.
do know the javelins in this attack were supposed to hit the Garrigmach Monastery, until the goddess Sothis noped them away and they hit the forest instead.
We also know that the Javelins of Light are not limitless, with typically no more than 6 being used at once, even against structures similar in size to Garrigmach.
So, if a similar amount were used in the attack that made the valley, each javelin would pack a payload that's over 3 gigatons of TNT.
Jesus
Even
Christ.
if we severely lowballed this and said the destruction was divided between 10, 50, or even 100 different Javelins of Light, surviving 2 javelins would still be greater than the best of Guts' feats, even scaled to the Sea God. Guts' persistence meant he wouldn't go down easy, but against Dimitri's inhuman strength, devastating abilities, and fervent willpower, it was just a matter of time before the vengeful king wore through him.
Saying it makes me berserk, but Guts could only go so far, Gus.
The winner is Dimitri Alexandra Blathen.
Congrats, Dimitri.
Thanks for watching.
Okay, I've been thinking about the end a bit more, and
every 2 weeks this year. And click the join button.
I'll
to get new
talk about
perks
it in
and
a
extra
bit.
Content. Planet level members even see death battles before anyone else, so don't miss out.
What's next? Oh! Huh. Well, okay. Alright, first things first, I'm just gonna talk about the ending. Okay, I was thinking about this. If I remember right, the brand that Guts has, Griffith gave him, it basically means that Griffith owns Guts' soul, and I guess Griffith is what showed up. And Dimitri, like, is going off to fight Griffith, which, hey, I salute you, sir. So that did throw me off a fair bit, and that fake out, I thought Guts was about to just get up and then win. it did come across a bit abrupt, like the way he just like stopped, but it did create a badass image that he fought on until all of his blood like gave out. Well, like yeah, that was you know what I mean. But that was an awesome fight. I am gonna watch that again and again and again and again so many times. I'm tempted to name it my new favorite of the season. And, oh, that track. I really want to listen to that track. That next time, though, is surprising to me. Martian Manhunter vs. the Silver Surfer. That's not a matchup I've seen requested. But hey, I guess it saves Piccolo. For now, at least. And hey, getting Silver Surfer on the show, finally. Along with Martian Manhunter, I should be saying. I feel like those characters have been a bit overdue. Although, that's getting to be a lot of Marvel and DC. Hold on, where are we at for this season so far? Yeah, okay, we already had Ant-Man v Atom, and just the episode before this was Phoenix Raven. Like, I mean, the season is still going, so this happening, like, doesn't necessarily bother me that much, but can we, like, space out a bit? But anyway, I'm kind of running out of things to just say about these episodes, so I'm just gonna wrap this up and just do whatever, I suppose. I'm still recovering from surgery, like I mentioned before, so yeah, that's pretty much all I'm going to be doing for a while. Thank you for watching all of that stuff, and here is... I've already forgotten which outro was the last one, so here's the next one in the cycle. Bye.
Hello, Zuko here. This is your only mate. Like and subscribe to restore your honor.